this layer of self in you has always been there. It's never not been there, you know. It's always been you throughout the whole lot, you know. I mean, when we're young, we think we think we're going to be this different person when we're an adult, you know. We think we're going to be the adult person and we're going to be able to do what we want. And, you know, when we get to be the adult, we won't have to eat our peas and we can decide when we're going to go to bed and all of that, you know. And so we want to become the adult, thinking it's something different, you know. And we don't even realise when that happens at first, you know. It's just like, oh, my shoe size hasn't changed and I'm not getting any taller. Yeah, it must be the adult, you know. But you're still you know, and you don't even know exactly when you became the adult, but because you're still you become something different, you know. And even when we're the adult and everything, we think, well, I'm a little old person on my rocking chair out there on the porch, and gosh, I'm nearly there. I'm out here on a porch on a rocking chair. I must be there then. You know, but for some reason we think we're going to be this old person, you know, like not ourselves, like an old person. And you know, I think for a lot of us as we get older, it's like the oddest thing is like, we're not feeling like the old person. It's like I still feel the same as I did when I was in my 20s or 30s. Body might not function in exactly the same ways, but I'm still me, you know. And then we do it again about death and spirit and everything, you know. We're like, oh, you know, when I become this angelic being and I'm going to float on off and, you know, I'm going to become this thing, you know. And I think that's why so many times in readings and that it's like I've communicated and connected with a lot of those that are there in spirit, and they don't necessarily always know at first that it's even happened, you know, their death, you know. It's like I'll give a graphic example. Say I wanted to end my life because things was really bad, you know, and then I go and I hang myself and I, you know, because things are really bad and everything, and then I sit there in spirit and I want to end my life because things are really bad. I don't even know that I've actually already done that, you know, because actually the only thing I've lost is my blood and bones, you know, like everything that is the essence of me, still there, you know, and still existing and evolving, and, you know. And so it's a little bit of an adjustment sometimes for people, especially if they've had like accidents or things that have happened straight away unexpectedly, or, you know, then yeah, it takes them a little time to realise that they've actually died, because everything that makes you, you know, is all the non-physical stuff. It's your feelings, it's your emotions, it's your thoughts, it's, you know, that's the essence of you. And none of those things are physical, you know. And so the you that was the child that wanted to be the adult, that wanted to be the old person, that wanted to be the spirit, it's like it's all you know. You're still you every step of the way. And I learned a lot about, I mean, I was a little bit resistant to the whole dead world thing for a long time because I had my own stigma and just everything, which I'll go into, you know. But it was like, what I came to realise was that if Joe Bloggs was as thick as two planks in life, then he's as thick as two planks in death, you know. Like, you don't change. They're not where it's all at. Grandma still has regrets. She still has things she wished she had done differently, you know, and they don't come through to me like they're where it's all at, or, you know. And then they will weigh in on certain things like, oh, I think you really need a new car and that. And it's really just like people will take those remarks and go and change things in their lives and that, when it's just really another person with another opinion, whether they're dead, whether they're alive, they're just a person having an opinion, you know. And if your loved one wasn't who they were in life, then you wouldn't recognise the messages and the things that get conveyed to you as who they were or how they would say things. It's like, so many people say to me, oh, that's exactly how he would have said it, you know. Yeah, if they've become something different, you know. So so they're still your loved one. They're still very much connected in this evolutionary process, just moving through the non-physical plane, you know. And I think that's what people grapple with so much. Like, even if you know that they're there spiritually, like you know they're there spiritually, it's like it still doesn't take from the grief at all, the devastation, the loss of them, because you have lost the physical aspect of them, and it's like, and that does need to be grieved because that has gone, and there won't be more physical memories to build, or and you do need to go through a process of grieving that loss, and no amount of how much you know they're around you spiritually is going to take from that grief of the loss of them physically, but it's about your awareness kind of through your desire and curiosity and everything. You're always in the driver's seat, but if you have a curiosity about the spirit world and everything, then you're more than likely going to create some experiences for yourselves to move through, and to enjoy, embrace, and really learning about how we're all connected consciously, It's like, if you think about a loved one, it's their way of, they've popped in then, because they've popped into your mind, they've popped into your consciousness, and that's the ways in which you are connected to them now, But what we do is we think about them, and then we wonder if they're around, and then we don't feel them around because we're looking for an out there thing, Like, so many people are expecting this kind of like wavy figure coming down the hallway or something, Probably easier if that was the case. But no, it's more about that self-observation, and turning inward, because it's all in there, See ya.